This is the Dogwood Chronicles. This is a bunch of mushrooms. I don't know what's going on there, but a lot of mushrooms sprang up. We just had a nice heavy rain. What was the, who was the hurricane that went through? I think we basically got rains. We got a little bit of wind, but really not much wind either. So we got off pretty light, except heavy rains, but light in damage. Over in Annapolis, they had some flooding in their streets, but yeah. Today is the Feast of St. Lawrence, and Archdeacon, who was in charge of giving out the alms for the church. And when the emperor was in the midst of the persecutions, the Pope and 6 deacons were beheaded, and Lawrence was left to go get the treasures, whatever money that could be given to Rome. And he came back with all the poor, saying that this is the treasure of the church, the poor, the sick, the yeah. Well, you know what? This squash or pumpkin or watermelon, another has come out. You got some flowers in there. I don't know what's supposed to happen, but it's getting bigger, but it doesn't look like anything's going to happen as far as fruit goes. I saw a video by, I guess it's Bishop Athanasius Schneider, and I'm not sure if he's with the Roman Catholic Church or the Greek Church. I don't know what here. I've heard his name a lot, but I don't know if he's actually Roman Catholic or not. But he was talking today about Islam and how the Muslim families, he says in his thing, are having 3 and 4 and 5 kids and more, and we, the Christians, are having 1 and 2 children. So unless you can't think too clearly, it's easy to see that they're going to outpopulate. They've immigrated into Europe, all through Europe, and instead of coming as a conquering army, I read a lot about Islam this morning. Instead of coming in to conquer, which they've been doing in some degree or another since their inception, Islam pretty much gives you the choice of joining, becoming Muslim, or paying a tax to live, which is kind of not right, or die. So one of those options is not very good. None of those options are good. Yeah, wait a minute, what am I saying? None of those options are good. Islam, wait a minute. Wait. Let's see. Wait a minute. Let's try to get, stop. Frog sighting. Okay, whatever was in there is in there. Yeah, so it seems pretty clear that Islam is going to be able to outpopulate us. So they're going to outbirth us, basically. And so my call is for Christians to have babies, for one. For Christians, my call is for the world to come to Christianity, and the true Christianity is Catholicism, because that's the only religion Jesus started. No religion can trace historical people. What in the world? Wait. Is this what we were? Let's not look at that. Oh, goodness. Okay. No religion can trace themselves back to Jesus except for the Catholic Church. The only religion that can has history, people that can actually be traced. You can follow the popes like St. Lawrence, the archdeacons, I should say, like St. Lawrence, Pope Sixtus II. And all these are historical facts and can be traced and are the history of the Catholic Church. Jesus rose from the dead, which makes him different from any human, which makes him most likely, if you look at the prophecies and the facts, it most likely makes him God, Son of God. So that pretty much changes everything, and that's the point. If Jesus was the Son of God, and I would say that if you took 2 hours of actual, heck, if you took 30 minutes and read the an hour. If you took simple hour and read the precepts and the basic histories of the what I will call the three major religions, the other Hinduism and Buddhism and Tao or whatever, and some of these others are pretty easily. The point is there a God? And if there is, who is he? And the three main religions, at least population-wise, seem to make their cases. The problem is that Islam is an amalgam of Judaism and heretical Christianity and like 3 or 4 other types of religions. Look at one religion has a teacher who works with the people at their side, teaches them, and performs miracles. And another religion leads them into battle and conquers everything in its path, and then gives you those that survive, gives them the option of paying tax to live or converting. So which seems more and that same religion that conquers somehow gives a lot of carnal pleasures, rewards to those who go to heaven, where the reward in Christianity is to be in the presence of God. It said it will be, it'll be a good thing, a good place, but it certainly doesn't go into all these basically base appetites like Islam does. So which seems more likely that it's from God? The one that wants you to be with God forever as a father, or the one that wants to give you how would I say it? The carnal pleasures. Which one seems more likely that it's true? Anyway, I really went all over here. So Athanasius Schneider, the bishop, says that I'll go back, see if I can catch my grip here. He says that basically the Muslims are going to outpopulate us. They're moving across Europe, and meanwhile we're worried about it. We can't even figure out if a man is actually a man or if it's really a woman trapped in a man's body. And while we're sitting here making fools of ourselves, Islam is slowly immigrating across into everyone's borders, including the borders of the United States, because the people are coming across our border. Thank you, President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, who was supposed to be in charge of stemming this and didn't do jack until the last 2 minutes before the election, made any attempts, and still hasn't. Anyway, so while we're all walking around, can't figure out who's a man and who's a woman among ourselves, and don't realize that babies are our most precious gift and they should be protected, not aborted. I wonder if abortion is legal in Islamic countries. That's a good question, because they want to populate. They want their people. And we want to give our people, we just want our people to have leisure and whatever they want. And if they want to have a boat and lots of free time to do whatever they want, instead of having to take care of kids, well, then they should be allowed to abort their children. So anyway, while we're jerking around, Islam is populating. And if you don't wake up, we're going to find that they've outpopulated, and every country that has a majority Muslim, also Islam, the religion, is the moving factor for the government. The government listens to the religion, where for us, we say that the religion is subservient to the government. It doesn't tell the government what to do. In there, Islam, the religion, does tell the government what to do. So do you want to live under Sharia law? If the will of the people in the voting booth is lived out, then if there's 6 Muslims to 4 Christian voters, what do you think happens when the majority of voters are Muslim? Just look at Saudi Arabia, look at Afghanistan, and all the other countries in the Middle East, and you'll see what your future is. So let's ask St. Lawrence to pray for us, who realized that the treasures of the church are its people, where he was very in tune with the poor and the sick. The church, the treasure of the church is the people themselves. So let's keep Christianity Christian, and make sure that in this world there can be Muslims if that's what people want, but there can also be Christians, and if you don't be careful, you're going to have no choice.